Hello, my name is Jose Correa. I'm the Field Office Director for DHS, Immigration Custom Enforcement and Removal Operations here in San Antonio, Texas. And this is my CFC Giving Tuesday story. I genuinely believe in the potential power and the impact of the combined federal campaign and the huge impact it has on people who live right here in our communities. I committed my agency's support of the CFC because I know, for one, I grew up in a very poor environment in Brick City, USA. That's in Newark, New Jersey. And I saw the power and the impact of these charities had to these inner city communities. I've witnessed so many natural disasters where these charity groups really stepped up and to help their communities. I learned truly about the power of charity and giving. And we only know this by just human contact during the worst of the worst times. And my story is back in 2005 during Hurricane Katrina. I volunteered to deploy as part of DHS advanced group to just help in any way we can. It was just a real horrible situation there, a lack of security, and it was just a true test of the human will. So my role was to try to enhance security so people can get out safely. I witnessed so many things, so many good things from these charity groups, from food distribution to shelters to just people from all over the country traveling in unison to lend a helping hand. And that's the power of CFC. It doesn't matter who you give to. These organizations are just outstanding and can be very beneficial to the communities. We all know because of the COVID-19 pandemic, charities are having a difficult time simply delivering on their mission while more and more people need help. There are many causes to support. Some of my favorites include public safety, disaster preparedness relief. As I mentioned, I witnessed firsthand many disasters from 9/11 all the way up to many different natural disasters. I love charities to support animals and also mental health and crisis intervention. These are the reasons why I love those three areas: public safety, natural disaster preparedness, animals, mental health, and crisis intervention. Being well aware of the power of natural disasters, and the impact they have in communities, I understand the role that public safety plays in those efforts. I also know the devastation left behind by natural disasters on our animals, on our pets. I saw so many great things about, organizations come over to rescue pets. We think first of the humans and then think secondly of any kind of animals, but animals are near and dear in my heart. And, I've been always a dog lover throughout my life. And during natural disasters, just a devastating thing for me to see animals without someplace warm or someplace safe to be. Also, being from the inner city, I know the devastating effect of mental health and the importance of crisis intervention. Being in law enforcement, we see that every day in our inner cities, people walking around without any kind of support with obvious mental health issues. So those three are always in the forefront of my mind, being my background in law enforcement and also growing up in the inner city. That's why I just believe in the power of charities. I also believe in our collective power as federal, military, and postal employees and retirees and our ability to affect real change. This year's theme encourages all of us to be the face of change. You can be the face of change by supporting charities through the combined federal campaign. Thank you so much.
People have supported great causes throughout history, faced challenges that seem to be bigger than us, but persisted towards the face of change. No matter whose footsteps you choose to follow, no matter what cause you feel compelled to support, no matter if it's $1 per pay period, $25, or $75 per pay period, your gift through payroll deduction and a few hours of time volunteering will help make a change. End poverty. I have the audacity to believe that people everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education and culture for their minds and dignity, equality and freedom for their spirits. Martin Luther King, Jr. No matter what cause you feel compelled to support, your gift will help make a change. Take this opportunity to positively impact the world we all live in.
So my name is Rob Shear, and I am the founder of a national charity called Comfort Cases. See, my journey started probably not like many of yours, but they definitely started like my 5 kids who are hanging on this wall behind me in this picture. See, I started my life out in the foster care system, carrying a trash bag like the 438,000 children within our system have done. See, kids come in our foster care system because of choices that other people made. But I knew that as a good human, that we had to do better, and giving a child a trash bag was just something that wasn't acceptable. I carried my bag. All of my kids arrived in my home with their bags. See, the fall of 1984, I actually became a homeless kid. I was one of the 70% of kids who end up homeless when they age out of the system. And I grew up living right in Northern Virginia. And I would sit there and I would hide my trash bag and I would go to school. And I would hope the kids wouldn't make fun of me. But I always knew that I deserved better. So after I graduated from high school, which by the way, only 54% of kids in foster care graduate from high school. Only 3% get a college education. Well, I decided that was my journey, and I became a very successful businessman, and I never looked back until my children arrived. And as I saw that trash bag again, I thought, how could we do this? 9 years ago, I gathered members from my community, leaders like you, and I decided that we had to do something. And we started putting cases together. Cases with brand new pair of pajamas, a new toothbrush, new lotion, new conditioner, shampoo, a bar of soap. And my friends, if you don't think a bar of soap is that important, the next time you go to a hotel, ask them to leave the bar of soap before you. You won't. It's called dignity. These kids come into a house of strangers, and we need to make sure that we understand where their mindset is. I also want to make sure that every child gets an activity. We know the statistics show that over 90% of kids who actually come into foster care come in the back of a police cruiser. We want them to have something to do as they're waiting to go into a foster home. And then we give every kid a book. See, I truly do believe as an author, we write our books for 2 reasons. Number 1, love it in your mind. Number 2, love it in your heart. But the most flattering thing that you could ever do for a book is pass it on. And then we give every kid a stuffed animal. I don't care whether you're a newborn or 19, each and every one of us loves a good stuffy. And then my son Grayson, he was 6 years old when we packed our first case. He said, "Daddy, we have to put a blankie in every case." I said, "A blankie?" I said, "You know these kids are not cold." He says, "I know, Daddy, but every time they wrap themselves up in their blankie, they know we love them." Wow, isn't that what we all want? Each and every one of us. We want to be loved. We want to know that we matter. And so we started to pack cases, one case after the next, after the next. And in the last 9 years, because of amazing people like you donating, where we are a 96% volunteer-ran charity, we have packed over 150,000 comfort cases. We have delivered them to every state, DC, and Puerto Rico. You know, I had 3 choices in my life, just like every child in foster care. Number 1, they could give up. That's what the system expects us to do. Give up. Number 2, give in. We know the statistics show that 80% of our prison inmates were from foster care. Or we can give it all we got. That's what I chose to do. So I hope each and every one of you, during this time of year, that you understand the act of kindness that you make today will make us all better humans tomorrow. Thank you.
Donating money through payroll deduction, debit or credit card, or bank transfer, and volunteering time is so easy with the CFC. The quickest and easiest way to give is through the secure online giving system at givecfc.org. Signing up is simple and painless. It will take you less than 10 minutes, and once you are set up, your giving is on autopilot for the entire year. Let me show you how you can make a difference with just $1 minimum contribution, and of course you can give more. Step 1, go to givecfc.org and click Donate. Step 2, create an account or log into your existing account. Step 3, complete or update your profile. Your campaign manager or key worker will give you your agency's CFC code, or you can locate your agency using the search bar. Step 4, choose the charities you want to support. Choose as many as you want. Support the causes that mean something to you. You can give to multiple charities in the amounts you choose. And don't forget to volunteer service hours if you can. Charities really need money and support. Use the search features to search by charity name, location, cause area, or administrative fundraising rate. Just click on the charities you want to support and add them to your basket. Step 5, choose your pledge method: payroll deduction, credit or debit card, or bank transfer. Choose your desired payment frequency, one time or reoccurring. Choose your annual pledge amount and then allocate your donation and volunteer hours to the charities you selected. Don't forget to click submit and you are done. That's how you can make a difference in less than 10 minutes through the secure online giving system. There's a new way to give through the CFC Giving app. This fully functional app allows you to complete every detail of your gift on your smartphone. Just go to the Apple or Google store and download the app and give. It's that simple. And of course, if you still prefer a paper pledge form, you can download the paper pledge form from givecfc.org and fill it out using the instructions on the second page. Submit it to your key worker or just mail it in. It's easy too. So those are your 3 ways to give $1 per pay period, or a minimum one-time gift of $1 or more if you can, in just 10 minutes and volunteer time through the CFC. Thank you for listening, and more importantly, thank you for your gift.